There was a teenage runaway who was reunited with their parents from Mexico. Wrote us about a 16-year-old daughter who had ran away from home. She was failing math, spending her all free time at parties, and basically, she was spending all her free time at parties. So then, her mom got mad at her, stuff, whatever. She ran away, literally ran away for like 3 weeks. And in the span of the 3 weeks, she came back, opened up to her. So they did the intention experiment, okay? And 3 weeks after they did the intention experiment, or 2 weeks, they she came running back. She opened up to her mom. She changed her whole life, her whole social media, everything. Like her whole Instagram, literally says it in the book. Her Instagram was all pink now all of a sudden. And she was all opening up to her, so happy to see her and stuff, and just talking to her. So if that's not crazy, I don't know what is. Because if they could change people, literally change people, just by having a group of people with all concentrating on one thought, kind of crazy. Yo, it's Jay Lee, back on YT. Today when we going over the Power of the Eight, and yeah, I got everything bookmarked right here, everything I want to go over. This is only like so far into the book. I'm only like halfway through, but yeah, I'm gonna finish this book. This is part 1, part 2 coming soon after I finish the book, of course. But yeah, let's go over the first point I want to go over. First, before I even go over the points, Power of the Eight, what is it? Basically says it in the name. So this girl named Lynn McTaggart, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but McTaggart, Lynn I'm done. The Power of the Eight. She did these experiments of it, these things called the intention experiments. And basically they would take a bunch of people and they would see if the power of the mind can change something into reality, basically. And they got a bunch of people together and they got some meditation music playing. I'll go over that later. And they would do it for 10 minutes and they would focus on it for 10 minutes and it would happen the next day. It was really crazy. They did a bunch of experiments. First they did with leaves, because leaves are still living objects, plants and everything. And basically they wanted it to glow, so they showed the people a picture of a leaf glowing and they told them to think about that, blah blah blah, etc. And the next day it glowed and everyone was amazed. So they did it again, they did it again, they did it again. They're doing it online. This was like back then, 2000, early 2000. But yeah, so I thought that was really cool, just getting a small group of people to basically manifest. And yeah, so let's see. They found evidence that all reality may be connected through a zero-point field, an underlying quantum energy field, a vast network of energy exchange. So, primary system of communication in the body is not a chemical reaction, but quantum frequency and subatomic energetic charge. But a quantum frequency and subatomic energetic charge. The human consciousness is able to access information beyond the conventional bounds of time and space. So that was a really cool point I wanted to go over, because they found evidence that all reality may be connected to a zero-point field, which I have no idea what that is, and that our human consciousness is able to access information beyond space and time, which is actually kind of crazy. So I don't know, because these intention experiments have made people change their moods, emotions, whole life, literally. And I'm gonna go over that story here in a minute, but that is just crazy to me. So, alright, so the meditation music they used was called Choku Rei. Choku Rei essentially means strengthening the power of flow and focus of healing energy. Basically means like powering up, basically. And yeah, they would play that every time they would do it for 10 minutes. It's like a 13-minute song. I've meditated to it before, but yeah, so that was a pretty cool point. And the next point, that there's the human consciousness possesses the ability to tap into the psychic internet. the mental internet. People have called it different things through many years because this study has been replicated. It's not talked about very much. Like it was replicated a lot in Germany and other stuff, religion back in the day. But yeah, so that was pretty cool that we have a kind of a psychic internet we could tap into. Now, another point I want to go over that when people die gently like that, we all have a light inside of us. So we have a physical body, but then we also have a light, basically, and the light lives on after death. So if you die very, very softly, like in a bed, sleeping, your light will die very, very softly. If you die very, very like abruptly and like you get murdered, your light will die abruptly. So I wonder if that light is carried on to individuals or effective in some other way that I don't know. But yeah, that was really cool. Another point is that all living things register information from the entire environment. So whenever they did the experiments, they would do like sets of seeds and everything, and it would affect like all of the seeds, or it would affect all of the leaves, and like it would be weird. But so what they got from that was that, in the strange effect that the whole entire environments register information, different type of living environments. That was pretty cool. And also, experienced meditators and healers had the most successful intention and most powerful. So if you already know how to meditate and clear your mind and focus on one thing, it should be pretty easy to use it. Do it faster. So of course it'd be more, better and more of a power whenever they do the intention experiment with meditators. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And last and final point I wanted to go over: living consciousness somehow is the influence that converts the potential of something into something real. So that was really cool. So basically, your consciousness can make something become real. Now here's a story that they did from an intention. These are just one of the intentions they've done. So basically, let me find it. There was a teenage runaway who was reunited with their parents from Mexico. Wrote us about a 16-year-old daughter who had ran away from home. She was failing math, spending her own free time at parties. And basically, she was spending all her free time at parties. So then her mom got mad at her, stuff, whatever. She ran away, literally ran away for like 3 weeks. And in the span of the 3 weeks, she came back, opened up to her. And so they did the intention experiment, okay? And 3 weeks after they did the intention experiment, or 2 weeks, they she came running back. She opened up to her mom. She changed her whole life, her whole social media, everything. Like her whole Instagram, literally says it in the book. Her Instagram was all pink now all of a sudden. And she was all opening up to her, so happy to see her and stuff, and just talking to her. So if that's not crazy, I don't know what is. Because if they could change people, literally change people, just by having a group of people with all concentrating on one thought, kind of crazy, But yeah, so that was pretty cool. I had goosebumps when I first read that story. I was so amazed. I was just like, wow. But yeah, the next part is going over a peace intention experiment. They're trying to get world peace. So yeah, gonna see how that goes. This is like in 2008. So yeah, this is early 2000s. I'm surprised no one really talks about this stuff. I got put on by this book by XXXTentacion. I thought this was a really, cool book looking thing. And I was like, I wonder what it's about. I wonder why he was reading that. And I wonder why. But yeah, this is pretty cool. This is all for part 1. Part 2 will be soon after I finish the book. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all understood. And lock in.